Have you ever heard a story so chilling, so unexplainable, that it stays with you forever? This is one of them. A Christmas Eve fire, 5 missing children, and a mystery that still haunts America today. It was December 24th, 1945, in Fayetteville, West Virginia. The Sodder family, George, Jenny, and their 10 children, were celebrating Christmas Eve. The house was filled with laughter, the tree glowing with lights. It was supposed to be a night of joy, but by morning, everything would change. At around 1:00 a.m., Jenny Sodder woke up to a strange noise. Then, she smelled smoke. Flames had erupted in the house. Panicked, she and George rushed to get their children out, but not all of them made it. 5 of their kids, Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny, and Betty, were trapped upstairs. Or, at least, that's what they thought. George tried everything to save them. He broke a window, cutting himself in the process. He ran to grab his ladder, but it was missing. He tried to start his truck to drive it up and climb. Both trucks wouldn't start. The water barrel, frozen solid. It was like something or someone wanted them to fail. By morning, the fire was out, and the house was nothing but ashes. But something was wrong. There were no bones in the debris, no remains of the 5 children. Experts said that even in the hottest fires, bones don't just disappear. So where were they? Then came the disturbing details. A mystery man had visited the Sodders before the fire, warning George that his house would burn down. A strange phone call came in just before the fire, with laughter and clicking sounds. A woman claimed she saw the missing children in a diner miles away the next morning. And years later, the family received a photo in the mail of a grown man with a chilling note. Louis Sodder, I love brother Frankie, Elil boys, A90132 or 35. Some believe the children were kidnapped, that the fire was set as a distraction. The Sodders had enemies, and rumors spread that their father, George, had spoken against Mussolini, making them a target for the Italian mafia. But if they were taken, why? And why never return? Then, there's the theory that someone covered up the truth. The fire chief claimed he found bones, but later changed his story. The local police refused to investigate, and the government declared it an accident, closing the case. But if it was an accident, why did the Sodders receive threatening letters telling them to stop looking? For years, the Sodder family never gave up. They put up billboards, hired private investigators, and followed every lead. But no solid answers ever came. The case remains open, even today. What happened that night? Where did the children go? The Sodder children mystery is one of the greatest unsolved cases in American history. Were they taken? Did they die in the fire? Or is there something even darker lurking beneath the surface? What do you think really happened? That photo, the one sent in 1967, the young man in the picture looked eerily similar to Louis Sodder, one of the missing children. But the cryptic message only raised more questions. Who sent it? Was it really Louis? And if so, why hadn't he contacted his family? The Sodders hired another investigator to track down where the letter came from. It led to Kentucky, but just as they were getting close, the investigator disappeared. No report, no trace. Almost like someone didn't want the truth to come out. Some believe the case isn't just about crime, but something paranormal. The missing ladder, the failing trucks, the eerie phone call. Almost as if an unseen force was controlling the events that night. And the fact that the children's bodies were never found. Some believe they were taken by something not of this world. Others think the children became part of an underground network, hidden away and raised under different identities. But if that's true, why wouldn't they reach out to their family? Were they afraid, or were they brainwashed into forgetting their past? The Sodder family fought for answers until their last breath. George Sodder passed away in 1969, still believing his children were alive. Jenny Sodder kept their billboard up for decades, hoping for a break in the case. Today, the mystery still haunts Fayetteville, West Virginia. No remains, no confessions, no solid proof. Just theories, unanswered questions, and fear. So, what do you think? Did the Sodder children die in the fire? Were they kidnapped? Or is there a truth even darker than we can imagine? Let me know in the comments. Because maybe, just maybe, someone out there still knows the truth. Like, share, and subscribe for more chilling mysteries. Here are some of actual footages.